God, I love this view every time I see it. You really can't beat the marsh.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere you look. Beautiful. I love the Definitive Edition. Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode, Melia achieved her final skill branch and acquired something special. And that is what we are going to be going over today in this episode. However, first off, let's let these two have a nice heart-to-heart. Let's climb trees, shall we?
Isn't it nice climbing up trees? It really takes me back.
Oh, to when Charlotte was a little pawn?
Yes, exactly. To be a little girl again.
Ricky felt like a little pawn too.
What a strange thing to say.
Ricky said something strange? Oh, Charlotte mad at Ricky?
No, nothing like that. It's just surprising to hear you say you feel young. You're sort of childish anyway.
Ricky not child. Ricky all grown up. See? He wearing denim.
I know. You're older than Dunban, aren't you?
Ricky much older than Dun. Ricky marry Oka or Ricky have children, soon become Grampy Pawn.
You're very responsible. If I were in your position, I'm not sure I could cope.
But Charlotte can't be Daddy Pawn.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, one day I hope to have a family of my own, like you.
Oh, Charlotte will have big family. Ricky know this. Hero Pawn instinct. All good things come to those who wait.
Ricky, what a lovely phrase. Where'd you learn it?
She Dunga tell Ricky. When Ricky and Oka not yet couple, Ricky want to be with Oka, so Dunga teases Ricky new phrase.
Well, I think it's lovely, Ricky. Thank you for sharing it with me.
Good things do indeed come to those who wait.
We're a testament to that.
Yeah, look at Xenoblade. Look at Operation Rainfall. Look at all this. This took a long time to make. And on the subject of today's video, good things come to those who wait with Melia. So let's begin. For the context of what we're showing today is that in Melia's final skill branch, if I could quickly show it really quick, we get the High Entia emblem, the mark of High Entia royalty. This keys to the royal family's legacy. Outright, this doesn't tell you what exactly the emblem does. However, this is what this episode is gonna be here for. Whether you know it or not, all throughout your adventure, we have seen a couple of things in which we have been unable to either interact with, go through, or advance forward. That emblem changes a lot of things. And the earliest is this. Remember way back when we first arrived here, this elevator was out, and Shulk said it wasn't working? Note, anytime you see this sigil, no prompt needed, it activates all on its own.
So it wasn't broken, it just needed authentication.
It needed a royal touch, let's say. And so now, the elevator...
Left without us.
I'm sorry! I just like... See, Empress? Woomph. Wow! What an asshole of an elevator, I'm so sorry. Anyway, before we do anything like that, I'm gonna switch out. I'll switch out at a party for a second. Because while we wait, Shulk's in his underwear. Yes, Shulk, I'd be embarrassed too, because I think you just now realised. Too late to change. Anyway, if we step onto the elevator, as we've seen, it works. However, that's not the only thing that you can do with this elevator. Because if you time it just right, you saw it briefly there. The screen flashed and we saw an emblem. I'm gonna die from this, aren't I?
I approach my limit.
Hang in there.
Don't give up.
This went a lot smoother in testing, I swear to God.
I approach my limit.
Okay, let's try this a second time and try not to fall and break Melia's legs more than 3 times. You saw right there was a flash, and now the door that was here is no longer present. And we've seen designs like this before in the Entia tomb. Don't worry, keep that in mind. But if we open it, we get a lot of good things for Melia. First off, we get a days +5, which is fantastic. I wouldn't say it's ideal for Melia, but still though, it's good. And now we get the bread and butter of this episode.
The sleep resist 6, you're gonna need that.
The Grace Cap. A lot of people would argue in saying this is probably one of the best armor sets for Melia, and I would agree. This does leave you with a predicament of being SOL regarding fall damage, but you can just fast travel out and you're fine. But to Alice's point, keep the sleep resists and things in mind, because you are going to need them. So, with that said, let's move on and go to the next door, which is here in RFC. And there are actually 2 of these. So let's just start off with the first one. And here we are in Ether Plant, and what you want to do is you want to go to the Road Refuge. Luckily, we've marked it on the map, so you should be perfectly okay to see it. One final thing about the door which we just done, I love the level design of that, in which if you have a good memory, you can remember the elevator was there, and guess what? It actually rewards you for remembering things properly.
And fun fact, our last playthrough of this was our first time finding that door, so we've played this game like 7-10 times, and the last time we played it, it was our first time finding out about it.
Exactly. And I do like how that door has a natural flow to it, because hey, guess what? You first see it, you can't activate the elevator. You go back and give it a try, and guess what? It works, and then you get first rewarded for it. I love it. But then again, though, I think there's a lot of things you can love about this game. But anyway, though, let's go in and let's get to the next door in which we have, which is deep inside the Road Refuge. Now, of course, we've been here before, smacking down enemies and unique monsters and all the like. However, if we look at the very corner, right behind these Alugas, there is another seal with another door. And the same thing applies, just like the tomb. We get another treasure, and we get the Topple +5, which is again is probably not ideal for Melia, but it can be really good. Plus shade glasses for agility up, which is definitely great, and strength up 5. Now this is objectively not good for Melia because strength she is not, but hey, you get the point. And now there is a second one here, and the best way to get to it is go to this fast travel point and travel south. Now keep in mind, this is going to be, I think, one of the hardest ones to gain access to regarding all the doors available to you. So if I were to recommend anything, I would say be it level 84, 85, and remember the Grace Cap we had, it would be a good idea for you to attach it to yourself. Yeah, sure, the stats are not great, but trust me, with what we've got coming up, you're gonna need it. So just give us a moment, and we are going to go straight over here. here we are, Chromar Coast, and we have the strongest Chromars in the game. They are pretty much of all shapes and sizes and playstyles. Combat, defense, a bit of ether, a bit of both, and so on and so forth. However, fun fact, if you want to stick around in this area and fight a bunch of Chromars, it would be in your best interest to do so.
Yeah, because you can get some of the best weapons in the game here.
You can get, I think, some of the best weapons for Rhyme, Melia, and Dunban in this game. And some of those weapons can have the best stats, or even the most slots out of a particular weapon set. So, it would be a good idea and in your best interest to hang around here and grind if you wish. And of course, we're not going to do that, but just making a note of it here. It's also PTSD for us because this is very reminiscent of the One Seal Island, which gave us hell during our first playthrough.
The one we just left, in fact. How fitting.
It's like a nice transition. It's like we've advanced and leveled up almost, and now we've gone into bigger and better challenges. Now, of course, we are going to take on these Chromars just to mitigate a bit of hassle, so just give us a moment and we'll make these things dead.
Ricky's Say Sorry took away Aura Seal, so it put the spike back.
Yeah, Ricky, you ain't good. See what I mean? We get a really good solid weapon for Fiora and free slots for the boost. And of course, Nicholas Leggings for agility up, and Lancelot, which is pretty good as well. There's literally no downside at coming here and just hashing it out.
Good grinding spot too.
Indeed. But now, here we come to the main challenge. Stormy Belagon. Now, moveset wise, he isn't different to the Chromars in which we faced, except for one particular thing, as Shulk and Ricky are now experiencing. This guy has a sleeping spike. You hit him once and he can put you to sleep. It does help to have some of those sleeping resistances like the Grace Cap. It builds it up. And I'm gonna die. Guess what? I died so close to a chain attack as well. Not to mention these guys have a very bad habit of
inflicting Art Seal.
Yeah, and ganging up on you. Guys, when I ask you to focus, I mean focus, please. And also, I don't know what it is. I just like the concept, as you all know our name, just constantly re-rolling.
This is a good way to grind affinity.
This is, except I'm gonna die. I'm going to die because I've got literally 1 HP.
Yeah, thanks to the unbeatable.
Yeah.
What? Don't you dare give
I'm gonna reset this and just try to have a better look. Give me a moment. It went so bad. Come on, you cowards. He snuck up on me, what a prick. Let's try this again. Affinity grind, just pressing D.
Ricky, I expect no less from you.
All of the hearts.
If you want to look at it this way, there is a benefit to sucking like this. Because you get a lot of affinity grinding. So I am not going to complain about that, and we get Dive Sobat for Rhine, which is fantastic. as well as an Eclipse Armor. Very nice. But the real prize lies behind the storm. Aha, I see the metaphor though. I see the metaphor they were going for there.
Mm-hmm.
Right over here is another door with a similar design. We all know where this is going. Unlock another high-end treasure. And we get the Argos gear, which has initial tension. The common boots, which is EXP, which is lovely to have. And back attack.
For the Shulk boy.
So something in which you might also get a feeling for here. This place gives benefits to a lot of Melia's stats, and to a push, also enhances a few other characters, as like a back attack in which we've just received. So it is beneficial for you to look for these things, not just for Melia's sake, but for a lot of your characters as well. And now we arrive back at the high-end tier 2, and of course you were the expecting to find things over here. You know what, they're right. But there is one thing that I would like to do whilst we're here. So Shulk, you can take a back seat for Rhine time. The guy in which Melia slapped. And we shall advance forward. Give us a quick moment. I guess since we're out here on a random landing, this brings back memories for us. Anyway though, Rhine, what you guys say about echoes of ancient times?
It doesn't matter how many times I come here, it still amazes me.
It's impressive, alright. I can't believe it's so old.
Do you not have such ancient architecture near your colony?
Nope. Not still looking all shining new like this. Magmel Ruins is the closest, but it's taken a beating over the years.
Then it truly is a unique place.
So, that globe thing, what's that all about?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer. It is a mystery to me too.
You mean you don't know? What? Did you skip tech class in school or something?
I am leaving.
Hey, easy Melia. I was joking. If you go that way, you'll walk off a cliff.
So I see, reaching a little, don't you think? According to the Ministry of Research, it is the Tomb Sinner. Perhaps the defense systems were activated.
Pretty amazing for something you built ages ago. What's with all the scribbles on the wall? That your alphabet?
That is an ancient script. It depicts the battle between the Bionis and the Mechonis.
It's really that old? I thought there weren't any records from back then. Or ruins, this could be the only place left?
You do know a few things, Rhine. Yes, the battle was so fierce, it destroyed most of everything.
Then that would make this text pretty important if you ask me.
Very much so. However, only those that ascend the throne are able to decipher it.
That means you'll be able to read it someday, right?
I will, with some hard work. But before such things, we all have much work to do, and that comes first.
No doubt, Melia. Let's get back to it. Ah, Melia, you got the remnants of your capital to build. You've got all this. You've got all this to read, as well as Tyrea and dealing with Shulk. Melia, you are a woman of many talents.
Yeah.
And one of them And one of those talents is being a master locksmith, in which we'll get to right now. Our first piece of locksmithing can be found here in a hall of trials, and if you look carefully, I believe it's partly down here. So I have to go further on down, I assume. If we be reckless as Melia and jump all the way down.
And go see where the Aluga is down there.
And if we go behind here, there it is. I knew we'd find something. Melia, oh my god, I thought I died. I thought I was screwed. Thank you very much, Melia. Now the question is, where have my AI partners gone?
They're probably still up there. They don't want to jump.
No, they're just here, waiting for me. But here is the place which we have not seen yet in this tomb. But ta-da! This is another treasury.
The first one.
And a tasty sausage. But just like the first time when we were here, we do get attacked by rather a useless enemy, if I were to be honest. Which is ironic because you can't get to this point until Macona's core has been hit.
It's also weird how you find the second treasury first.
I guess so. But here though we get debuff resist, the grace gloves which give ether up and agility up. So they really want Melia to be an agile ether user, which in all honesty it plays to her strength pretty much. And just so we can show what the grace looks like, and just so you know, this what a Gracie set looks like. Very regal, very princess-like, and very pink and powerful. Oh no, I really like it. It's a nice mixture of her original attire, along with a few others. And with that all said, there is still technically a few doors in which we have talked about and haven't really shown yet. The first one is the actual door in which you need to get the emblem in the first place, which is at a church in Valak Mountain, in which you go over the side quest in which as you get Melia's skill branch, which will show on screen right now. And there is still technically one more door in which we have not shown yet. But I think we'll save that for another time. To put it simply, we have seen this door before. We've seen it close up. It's actually been involved in the story. For those of you with good memory, I think you would know. But I think until then, guys, we'll call it there. So, with all those doors unlocked, you get a lot of good stuff from Melia and the entire party, making this very, very worth your time. Plus it rewards exploring the world. And you know what? This is a great world to explore. But yeah, as I said, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video or found it helpful or informative, maybe you should like a video. If you want to see more content like this, then be sure to subscribe to see more Xeno tips and Let's Plays like this. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Melia, you've got a lot of reading to do.